Hi guys, another review for you. Tomo, MPH, modern planing hull, miles per hour. Probably on the same lines. They're meant to be fast, and they are, these boards. So yeah, the modern planing hull. So this is unfortunately this is another board I'm actually selling. I got quite a good price on this, and I've always wanted to try it. It's the original. It's the original, and probably still one of the most popular and one of the least compromised in its designs of the Tomo boards. So Tomo on this, you can see by this outline, and yeah, when I show you some of the concaves and stuff, it's like, I mean, it doesn't really look anything like you'd think of a traditional board whatsoever. So the modern planing hull, I've had an Evo in the past as well, and I've tried the Nano. Now this is a total disclaimer, do not take my word for this, because everyone I know that's got a Tomo, ridden a Tomo, owns a Tomo, even guys that ride and love exactly the same boards as me, they've all got Evos or Vanguards or Nanos, and they absolutely love them all. I have not quite got on with any Tomos. Sorry Tomo, because these things are like, you know, some of the features of these are absolutely killer, so don't let me put you off trying a Tomo, because 99% of cats love them, as the advertisements go. Honestly, like virtually everyone who's got one of these loves it. So yeah, and this is the Vanguard. So this is like basically the, you know, I think one of the least compromised in terms of trying to make it look like anything normal. And it's really cool. This, you know, this is when the videos of Stu Kennedy first came out a few years ago surfing these. It's just like, wow, the thing was like flying. And the funny thing is, as weird as it looks and as weird as it sounds, they're not actually like crazy different to ride than your normal board. They don't feel like a completely wacky board under your foot. So the principle that Tomo's taken is, it's all based around, he's made the boards narrower. So basically by taking some nose area out and making them more narrow, you can really have quite a parallel rail line, which is going to make it go really fast. And inside that parallel rail line, because you've just taken the width down so much, they're actually going to turn still really well, which they do. And then with the concaves underneath, they're basically maximizing efficiency of paddling and speed when you're riding. So you know, as you can see, like this has got quite a lot of rocker in it, and so does the Nano, but they're very efficient. Like this paddles, you know, this is down on my volume. This one's 5'11", 19 3/4, and or something 16ths, but 39 litres basically. So this is down on anything I'd ride. Like if I would say this rides like it's got an extra, it paddles like it's got an extra 2 litres in it. So the one thing I would say though is, like, I'm heavier than I've ever been, unfortunately, so I put another few kilograms on recently, and I had a back surgery a few years ago. So what I find is, I actually like my boards to be, I'm getting used to wider boards now, and I find them more stable. So when I get back onto things like this, especially this, like an Evo would still be nearly 21, but this is like, you know, it's under 20, so I'm getting on them. And although you've still got these extra points out here, which actually would make it more stable than most 6.0, 5'11", 6.0 boards, you know, this would be as stable as a 6.2 probably. But it's still, you know, still just find them a bit tippy. And most people said these boards go well in a good way. So yeah, as I've bought a few more bits and bobs, and I'm running out of credit to hide everything on, I thought, yeah, it's probably time to give a review. So I've only ridden this once, it's not really going to get ridden, but basically I just wanted to give you a bit of my experience of the modern planing hull, and I just wanted to tell you guys, you know, don't be put off by what I'm saying, because loads of people find them absolutely magic. And you know, one of the guys who rides similar stuff to me said it's like the Vanguard, one of his favourites, and said almost like cheating. And even the guy from the surf shop where I bought it, he's had one in his collection for forever, because he said, I've had so many good days on it where it's just been absolutely magic that I just won't get rid of it, because he just wants to keep it in his quiver for the, you know, he'll take it out on those certain days when he knows he wants to ride it. And he said you just have an absolute ball on them. So yeah, so as you see, this is narrower than normal. You know, this it's lost the nose basically, and you've got these wider points outside. It's actually reasonably thick because you've got to stick quite a bit of volume into the template, and then the tail actually still quite wide, but the whole board is like ultra responsive. And then the crazy thing is basically, I'll show you in a bit. You'll never see a board with a bigger single concave than this. Like, this single concave must be shit. It must be at least 1/2 inch, if not 3/4, and it runs basically almost completely through the board. And then it's just got these little. It's got basically I guess you'd call it a channeled V panel. So it's a little bit like not unlike what the puddlefish has got in the back of it actually. And then it's got these two little channels here in the front as well, which I believe are just to help the nose pull itself out. So again, with this bigger nose, they've just given it a bit more nose rocker, so you're not going to catch the nose. So yeah, look, modern planing holes. If you've got if you like to try stuff, you've got a few boards, you've got space for a few boards in your quiver, you like to experiment a bit, you know, like honestly most I've heard of people who've had like this and this and this and this and this, and then they've got an Evo and they just say from knee to overhead it just beats everything they've ever got. It's faster, it's more performance, it's easier to ride, they can ride 4 inches shorter than their other board. So yeah, don't take heart of any of my negatives from my experiences, because everyone else has really good ones. But yeah, that's the Vanguard. I'll show you, come around and show you the crazy bottom contours. And yeah, this one's FCS2, they come with a 5 fin. This is in the LFT technology of Firewire. You can find out all the information on that, but it's basically it's a EPS epoxy, and there's like underneath this is just a graphic. There's actually a stringer running all the way through the middle still. I think it's called the springer, but it's just under the top of the deck, and it's still a beam, so it works in the normal way. And I think I'm not sure if there's a little bit of a harder deck skin as well. Nice and sharp in the rails. Yeah, good board, worth a try. This is another one that I just thought, hey, I've got these sat here, they're on trade me, they're going to disappear soon. Just give you guys a quick run over. Yeah, if I can show you anything that gives you a good idea of it in my size, or save you spending money that you don't want to spend, or give you an idea to spend some money if you see something cheap that you're not sure because you're not seeing it properly. So, yep. So there we go. I'm going to come around and show you these concaves because they are absolutely nuts. See if we can get this any good. And it's like, yeah, there we go. So like, hello, Mr. Single Concave. I mean, that's just absolutely nuts, the single concave through there. So obviously single concaves are usually designed speed under the front foot. So that's like nothing but speed under the front foot all the way down. So even when you're seeing the board and it looks quite thick, just remember that for whatever there is on the rail and on the top, there's all this missing out at the bottom. So there you go. So that's single. It's basically a single all the way through, and then this tail's just got two single channels in each one, and then basically a V spine accelerator channel, or a speed control channel, or whatever you want to call it. So that's that, and then whoop, in the nose end as well, you just got this weird little straight edge on that again, but you've got this crazy little, I mean, that just this bit feeds the single all the way down, and I think this bit just allows those rails. So if your nose is starting to pull when it's off on the side a bit, these little individual panels will just give it that little bit of lift and pull it straight out of the water. So yeah, you wouldn't ride these and think you were going to catch the nose. Once you're on them, you're not worried about catching the nose at all, trust me. And then again, like crazy single concave. All right, guys. So yeah. Basically, it's from my side, they've not been my cup of tea, but from everybody else I know, they absolutely love one of the modern planing holes. So if you've got space to try one, if you see one cheap, if you see one second hand, if you've got a chance to try one out, especially if you're in average waves, I'd say especially the Evo, and give them a go, because I don't know anyone apart from me that struggle with it, and I probably only struggle because one, because of the narrow width, and two, because I chop and change boards quite a lot, so I've not really given them the time they deserve. I like a board that, most of the boards I really like just click with me straight away. So yeah, that's that. Cheers guys, and funny, a few people have few people have seen me around locally, and have actually started getting like, oh, you're that guy that does board reviews on YouTube. So I was like, oh, I didn't want to be famous or infamous. But I'm not famous, yeah, I'm hardly famous. So I thought that was quite cool. But yeah, cheers everyone who's giving us support, and it's like, obviously stuff's been out there a bit longer now and people are starting to see it. So yeah, cheers for watching, and I hope this is useful to someone and saves someone time and effort, or gives someone direction to what they want. Say one of the guys I spoke to who rides he rides a sweet potato most of the rest of the time, he said good waves and decent waves, he takes it out, and he said he has the best time of his life. He said it's so easy, he said it's almost like cheating, and you know, you get into waves easy, and they paddle, I'd say they paddle almost like 2 litres. Yeah, they probably paddle like 1 or 2 litres more than they look, if that makes sense. So most people size the Tomos down a couple of litres on what they used to do. So if you're a 40 litre short board, you can go down 2 litres on that, and they're gonna be manoeuvrable. It's crazy to manoeuvre. I mean, that thing, I actually had to put some pretty big fins in that just to calm it down, because it's just like, it's so reactive. All right, cheers guys, see you.